Everyone wants the results of a warrior: strength, resilience, focus. But very few are willing to win the first and hardest battle: discipline. Before you conquer anything outside you, you must conquer what's within you: your laziness, your excuses, your doubt. In this video, I'll show you how real warriors train, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually, starting with discipline as the foundation. Let's begin. What separates a warrior from the rest of the world? It's not just strength, weapons, or strategy. It's discipline, the ability to do what must be done, especially when it's uncomfortable. Discipline is the unseen force that shapes greatness. And every day, whether you realize it or not, you're in a battle against your lower self. If you want to live with clarity, strength, and inner power, then you must train like a warrior. And the first battle you'll face is not with an enemy outside you. It's the battle within. The struggle between comfort and purpose, between pleasure and growth, between weakness and strength. The battle with the mind. You see, the mind is like a wild horse. If you don't train it, it will run in every direction, distracted by comfort, seduced by pleasure, weakened by laziness. But discipline is the reins. It brings direction, focus, power. Let me ask you something. How many times have you promised yourself, tomorrow I'll start, tomorrow I'll eat clean, tomorrow I'll wake up early, tomorrow I'll stop scrolling and start reading? But what usually happens? The comfort of today wins. The mind convinces you it's too tired, that you'll start next week, that one more hour of sleep won't matter. This is the battlefield. And discipline is your weapon. Let me share a story. There was a legendary samurai in feudal Japan who was undefeated in battle. When asked the secret to his strength, he said, "Before I ever drew my sword against another man, I defeated myself thousands of times. I beat my own laziness, my own fear, my own anger. That is why no one could beat me." You see, the greatest victories are not in competitions, but in quiet mornings when no one is watching, when the alarm rings and you get up, when you feel like quitting but keep going. That's real strength. That's the first battle. And once you win that battle, you become dangerous to anything that tries to shake your peace or weaken your mission. Discipline is not punishment. It's a form of self-love. It says, I care about my future enough to act right now. If discipline has ever felt like a struggle or a burden, you're not alone. But that's exactly where your strength is forged. In a moment, I'll share a principle used by elite warriors and mystics alike to build unshakable inner power. So stay until the end, because the final lesson might be what finally unlocks your consistency and control. Let's take the spiritual perspective. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, the disciplined man whose mind is controlled remains steady in heat and cold, pleasure and pain, honor and dishonor. The warrior is not someone who never feels discomfort. The warrior is the one who stands steady in the middle of it. Spiritual growth demands discipline. You can't meditate once and expect peace. You can't pray once and expect connection. You can't fast once and expect purity. It's the repetition, the consistency, the daily practice that builds inner power. From the scientific perspective, the brain is wired for ease and efficiency. It wants to repeat patterns that require the least effort. That's why building new habits feels uncomfortable at first. But with repetition, your brain begins to adapt. Neuroplasticity kicks in. The very structure of your brain changes to support your new lifestyle. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you rewire your mind to support your higher self. You're not just changing your day, you're transforming your destiny. Let me give you a modern-day example. There's a man I know who wakes up every day at 4:30 a.m. to train, not because he likes waking up early, but because he made a vow to himself, I will become mentally unshakable. His workouts are hard, his body often protests, but he trains anyway, not for a six-pack, but for the mindset that says, I can do hard things. That discipline leaks into every area of his life. He's more patient in traffic, more composed in conflict, more focused at work. Why? Because he wins the first battle every morning. Another example is a woman who was struggling with emotional eating. Instead of overhauling her entire life, she chose one rule: no eating past 7 p.m. It was difficult at first, but she stuck to it. That one act of discipline gave her a sense of control, which then spilled over into better sleep, more energy, and healthier food choices during the day. Discipline is like a seed. Once planted, it grows roots into every part of your life. What about you? Where do you need to train like a warrior? Where are you letting the comfort win? Start with just one area. Maybe it's your morning routine. Maybe it's your diet. Maybe it's cutting down distractions. Maybe it's setting boundaries with your time. Discipline doesn't mean doing everything perfectly. It means showing up even when you don't feel like it. It means honoring your commitment more than your emotions. Let me give you 10 practical ways to start training like a warrior today. Number 1, set a non-negotiable wake-up time. Choose a time and stick to it no matter what. Warriors rise with purpose. Number 2, begin your day with silence or prayer before touching your phone. Center your mind before the world pulls it in every direction. Number 3, commit to 30 minutes of physical movement every day, even if it's just walking. Move your body, strengthen your will. Number 4, choose one indulgence to cut back on. Sugar, late night snacking, unnecessary scrolling, denying yourself builds inner power. Number 5, keep a warrior's journal. Write down what you did well, where you slipped, and how you'll do better tomorrow. Number 6, read or listen to something that elevates your mindset. Warriors feed their minds with wisdom, not noise. Number 7, keep your space clean and organized. Outer order supports inner discipline. Number 8, when your mind says, skip today, respond with, that's exactly why I must do it today. Number 9, set a daily intention, one clear purpose for the day. Write it down, speak it aloud. Number 10, reflect each night. What battle did I win today? What can I improve tomorrow? The warrior learns from every day. You see, you don't need motivation when you have a mission. And what is your mission? To become the strongest, most centered, most self-controlled version of yourself, to live with purpose, to lead by example, to walk with God even when the road is steep. Let me give you another story. There's a parable of a warrior monk who trained in solitude for years. He lived in silence, meditated for hours, carried water up the mountain, chopped wood every morning. When asked why he trained so hard, even though there was no one to fight, he said, "Because I am the one I must master, and I am my most dangerous enemy." That story speaks a deep truth. The real opponent is within. Your impatience, your doubt, your excuses, your temptations. And the warrior trains daily to overcome them. Spiritual discipline is the highest form of strength. To control the tongue, to hold back anger, to serve when no one is watching, to pray when you feel empty, these are the battles that shape your soul. In the Sikh tradition, warriors were trained not just with swords, but with Simran, constant remembrance of God. The ultimate warrior was the one who remained fearless yet humble, fierce yet kind, strong yet surrendered. That's the kind of warrior you are becoming. You are not training to fight others. You are training to fight for your destiny, to protect your peace, to fulfill your divine potential. So let me leave you with this. Discipline is the first battle. Win it, and the rest of life bends in your favor. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start, to pick one area, to show up today, and to do it again tomorrow. Because warriors are not built in a day, they are built daily. Train like a warrior. Discipline is the first battle, and victory begins right now.